As we start 2024, it's worth looking back at some of the challenges and controversies faced by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in 2023. Their charity Arkwell saw donations drop significantly, leaving some questioning their ability to attract donors and support. They also faced criticism over reports of unequal pay between male and female executives at Arkwell, despite Meghan's previous advocacy for pay equality. The Sussexes' controversial Netflix docuseries and other media deals raised eyebrows, with many feeling their actions didn't align with their stated values. Satirical portrayals like South Park highlighted this perception. Overall, 2023 was a turbulent year for Harry and Meghan. Some suggested New Year's resolutions for them could be reevaluating their media and business strategies to focus more on substance over self-promotion, building more genuine philanthropic connections, and ensuring their organization lives up to standards of transparency and equality they've voiced support for in the past. Of course, scrutiny comes with their high profile. But entering 2024 with a recommitment to their core mission, while avoiding hypocrisy, could help the Sussexes move in a more positive direction this year. There are always opportunities for growth and improvement when missteps occur. Prince Harry has a lot to say about the environment. As the founder of Traveless, their mission statement reads, "Traveless aims to make travel more sustainable by empowering travelers to make responsible choices and protecting destinations and communities long into the future." That being said, I lost count of how many private jets Harry and Meghan took in 2023. But here are some headline highlights. This one is from Yahoo. It reads, "Meghan and Harry took a private jet to the Caribbean after attending a conference on climate change and mental health." Or how about the New York Post? Harry and Meghan branded eco-hypocrites after taking Oil Air's private jet to Katy Perry gig. With Harry previously admitting that we are all responsible for our own individual impact, it's hard to digest their lack of self-awareness here. Resolution number 3. Pretty trophies won't save you from Biggest Loser lists. Prioritize quality over publicity stunts. When you're called out as effing grifters or not a talent by industry heavyweights, do you still keep your pay-for-play trophies on the fireplace mantle, or do you hide them in the chicken coop? Asking for a friend. It was, without a doubt, the biggest humiliation for brand Harry and Meghan in 2023. Spotify tried to politely drop the celebrity couple in June from their exclusive network deal with words like mutual and proud. According to the Wall Street Journal, behind the scenes, Spotify was frustrated with the time it took to conceptualize and complete projects. Plus, there's a lot of work to be done in the next few months. Like the First Amendment, Prince Harry's creative ideas were bonkers. To clarify, the First Amendment is not bonkers, but these ideas are. According to Bloomberg, the Prince of Pot wanted to interview guests like Putin, Mark Zuckerberg, and Donald Trump on their childhood trauma to see how they became the people they are today. Harry also pitched co-hosting an unnamed show with comedian Hassan Minhaj. Plus, Harry wanted to collab with the Pope, which seems totally doable. It wasn't long before the truth came out about the chaos behind the scenes at R12 Audio, with Spotify executive Bill Simmons destroying the former royals on his podcast, saying, "The effing grifters. That's the podcast we should have launched with them." I have got to get drunk one night and tell you the story of the Zoom I had with Harry to try to help him with a podcast idea. It's one of my best stories. F them, he said. Meanwhile, the CEO of UTA, a Hollywood talent agency, Jeremy Zimmer, called me untalented during a podcast advertising festival, saying, "Turns out Meghan Markle was not a great audio talent, or necessarily any kind of talent." He added, "Just because you're famous doesn't make you great at something." William Morris Endeavor, Meghan's current talent agency, told Wall Street Journal, "The team behind R12 remains proud of the podcast they created at Spotify." Meghan is continuing to develop more content for the Archetypes audience on another platform. Yet Harry and Meghan specifically dropped the R12 audio mention from this year's Christmas card. So was that even true? Then completely unchallenged, and we know that Harry and Meghan are willing to challenge his story. The Daily Mail reported that the pair privately blamed bad luck for their failure. An anonymous source telling the Daily Mail that COVID economic woes, the death of the Queen, and the decline in Prince Philip's health were behind their misfortune. The word is that they think they've been really unlucky, the source said. Now, despite Meghan gleefully accepting the Miss Foundation's Woman of Vision Award or her Gracie Trophy for Archetypes, Harry and Meghan landed on the Hollywood Reporter's brutally honest Biggest Losers list of 2023. Describing the couple's brand as a sanctimonious bubble just begging to be popped, The Hollywood Reporter said, "What basically everyone else is thinking. Could you two stop whining?" Hopefully, Harry and Meghan will put their energy into quality content in 2024 and take a break from the PR. Alright, since we just made mention of the Miss Foundation Award, we might as well delve into the infamous car chase. Resolution number 4, stick to the script. If your bodyguard is famous for his Houdini-like escapes, why are you exiting in front of a throng of paparazzi? Oh, did someone want their picture taken without a Hertz Rent-A-Car logo splashed across their caboose? The likability and public opinion surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle has dramatically declined over the past year. This downward spiral appears to have started with their alleged dangerous high-speed car chase in New York City in May. Despite our social media-obsessed culture, this supposed 2-hour pursuit went strangely unmentioned online at the time. It was only when an angry statement was released the next day by Harry himself that the incident came to light. He claimed their vehicle was ruthlessly pursued by paparazzi, resulting in near collisions with pedestrians, other cars, and police officers. However, New York's mayor quickly cast doubt on the accuracy of Harry's version of events. The NYPD further disputed his account, stating there were no reported collisions, injuries, arrests, or other issues during the Duke and Duchess's transportation. This seems to have been a tipping point in public perception, as Harry's exaggerated tale brought intense scrutiny. It made people question what was fact versus fiction when it came to this royal couple. Their reputation and likability took a noticeable plunge after this incident. Matters only got worse for Harry and Meghan's image with the release of his memoir Spare. While the book was a best-selling success for Harry financially and fulfilled his desire for self-expression, it seems to have further damaged his brand. The oversharing of personal details and family secrets felt gratuitous to many readers. Specifically, Harry's repeated discussions of his own anatomy was off-putting to some. By one account, he mentioned his pee 15 times in vulgar terms like todger, providing intimate information about a frostbitten royalum, as well as invoking the spirit of Princess Diana in this context, felt inappropriate to fans. Beyond the preferences, Spare also included unflattering admissions, such as Harry detailing his neutralized of 25 Taliban soldiers during military service. His decision to publicize the accusation that Prince William physically attacked him and broke his necklace also helped rupture the sibling bond further. Overall, the contents of Spare may have satisfied Harry's personal goals, but made the Sussex brand appear more tarnished. The recent PR perspective is that the Duke and Duchess have yet to adequately demonstrate their unique value and worth. Unlike other public figures and celebrities, they have not achieved acclaimed successes through Oscars, Emmys, philanthropic endeavors, or other talent. Essentially, Harry and Meghan need to prove they deserve the fame and attention they crave. Otherwise, they risk becoming trivial tabloid fodder. The Sussexes find themselves in a position where they must work diligently to regain public affection and trust. Interestingly, the royal family seems to have left the door open for reconciliation. After 30 years away, Sarah Ferguson was welcomed back into the fold this Christmas at Sandringham. Her invitation to join senior royals indicates a capacity for forgiveness. As commentator Richard Eden said, if Fergie can return, there may still be a way back for Harry and Meghan someday, if approached appropriately. Another area where Harry and Meghan seem misrepresented is in their school days with Prince William. In The Crown's portrayal, classmates constantly hound William for autographs and pictures. But in reality, students treated him normally and respected his space, never mobbing him. The Netflix drama fictionalized this protective attitude towards the future king for entertainment purposes. I'll never forget the first time I saw Keanu Reeves around campus at my college. As a huge fan of his movies, I was so excited to potentially see him in person. But what really blew my mind was that he seemed to just blend into the normal college experience, almost like any other student. There were never crowds of people or paparazzi surrounding him. I went to multiple movies where he was in the audience too, and saw him at the snack bar, but no one ever approached him. This was before smartphones, when camera phones were still a novelty, so it wasn't as easy for people to sneak photos of celebrities. Occasionally I heard stories of someone asking him for a picture and Keanu politely declining, but still being friendly. For the most part though, people just left him alone. It was almost awkward at times, like people were intentionally avoiding him or excluding him. I remember feeling bad for him in a way because it seemed like he wanted to have a regular college experience, but the over-the-top privacy made that difficult. There were times when he'd be off to the side by himself, and it seemed lonely. One instance really stood out to me. I was in line for something on campus and noticed people weren't getting in line behind Keanu. It was as if they didn't want to accidentally end up following him or seem like fans. I just thought, be normal. It's the shortest line, so just get in it. But people avoided it since he was in front. It was a surreal experience being around such a major celebrity, but seeing him blend into everyday student life. College is challenging enough without feeling isolated or excluded. In the end though, Keanu seemed to handle it with grace and humility. Hey, thanks. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button, share it with friends, and subscribe for more content. Wishing you an amazing 2024. Happy New Year!